Okay, so I finally finished this last level for very hard mode, which means I'm basically done very hard mode, except I probably will go back and maybe redo one or two levels. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this level because it's probably one of the best so far. Although I haven't really fully tested it yet. The gameplay seems pretty good. It's just really hard. It's basically the same core gameplay as the original last level, where you have like these kind of like three kind of rings, and then the enemies move around them, and then you have like a vertical enemies overlaid on top. Yeah, I have to tweak the speeds a bit more on this one because sometimes I'll play it and it feels too easy, and other times I'll play it and it feels too hard. But like, this is what the current state of hard mode is. Whoops, that would have been good not to die there. This is the current state of hard mode. See, you can thread between them like I just did there, but it's pretty hard. Let me just see here. Okay, should be fine now. Yeah, so that's the current state of hard mode. Very hard mode, the enemies, the main enemies and the vertical ones actually go a bit slower. That's the part that makes it easier. And then also there's like a little gutter here, which is like pretty often useful as a safe zone. That also makes it easier. But yeah, the fact that they're like getting larger and smaller, collapsing and expanding is what really makes this one harder than the original. The rippling around the outside doesn't really make any difference. It just kind of serves as a door here. There's a door here and a door here, and they're one-way doors, so I can't like run back through it. But yeah, the rippling around the edge is just to look cool, but it can like once in a while, like if you're in a really specific situation, you can kind of ride the, let me just see if I can do it. It's not very easy to do. You can like ride the ripple at the bottom and then dodge the blue, like right there. Oh, I almost did it. Like right, wait. If I want to ride the ripple like that, I might be able to, no, I didn't dodge it because you can't dodge it while it's expanded. Right there. Okay. Oh, nope. Now the red killed me. Okay, maybe right. Nope. Wait. Oh, there. See, you did it. Okay, that was kind of... But yeah, that's really rare. But yeah, the ripple can once in a blue moon around the bottom, the right, and the top. It can, like, once in a while serve as a safe zone. But mainly, it's like a gutter right here that's the safe zone. It just doesn't... It's not safe while the blue is expanded. But like right here, whoops, it's pretty like narrow. Okay, now it's, but yeah, I like having this like semi-safe zone on the left just because otherwise this area is really hard, or this level's really hard. But yeah, the different shapes and the collapsing and expanding just kind of make for more interesting dodges. And also you can thread between them, like when the purple and the blue are like diagonal from each other, you can go between them a little bit better on this level, except not when one of them's expanded. But once in a while, you get a situation where you're going between like the green and the purple or the blue and the purple, and the shape kind of comes into play. But as you can see right here, the triangle is definitely easier to dodge, except it's easier on the top because the bottom is larger. But yeah, the shapes just kind of make for a little bit more interesting dodges, but really it's the collapsing and expanding that make it harder, and of course the left side. But yeah, let me just go through my notes and I'll try to demonstrate it, but I played for like half an hour before this video, but I'm pretty rusty, so it's kind of hard to demonstrate the level, and it's supposed to be hard. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this gameplay. Like just playing it for the last half an hour, I got a lot of cool dodges and a lot of fun and stuff. And but yeah, let me just go through my notes. Okay, so yeah, it's basically the same general gameplay. But yeah, here they're actually moving a bit faster. The red and the like the vertical and the main ones are moving a bit faster than here. Because this one has collapsing and expanding and this whole business on the left. Yeah, the wave is almost exactly the same speed as the player. So I can go like this. So I'm like riding the wave. You can't ride the wave when there's reds and when there's an expanded blue. But once in a while, riding the wave, okay, maybe I can ride it here. Oh, no. Riding the wave's kind of fun. It's not really that practical, though. Okay, can I ride it? Oh no, I tried to go a bit lower, but I would have been able to ride it there. But anyway, yeah, so the riding the wave's kind of fun, and running through this door is kind of fun. And I lined up the door so that you can just go straight over, and it makes it easier to, you know, like make attempts. And yeah, it's kind of nice how there's a little safe zone right after the door, but it's only a semi-safe zone. Yeah, this top door is just the same thing, but flipped horizontally. Yeah, this thing here, you can go like non-stop like a staircase, or you can pause, go left and right, and then like inch forward. So here, I'll try non-stop for a bit. Okay, yeah, it's pretty hard. But yeah, the good thing about this left side is you can just practice it a bunch. So it's not, you're not forced to do it after doing everything else, like in certain other designs. Here you can kind of get used to it, and then yeah, there's like multiple, you can do what I was doing, or you can kind of just go like this and then like inch forward like this. And then you like lunge at the end to the checkpoint. Yeah, and the wave is timed so that, like, if here, I'll just use invincibility for a bit. If I had coins, and then if I turn my invincibility off and try to run through this door, like, there's no way, even in slow motion, you can't get back through that door or even touch the checkpoint. See, like right here, see, I can't get there. Even if you go like frame perfect in slow motion, which is kind of hard to do, you go like, let me just show you here. So if I were trying to cheat and get to the checkpoint and like save some coins without doing it the hard way, you can get pretty close, but like, even if you're frame perfect, like right there, I was pretty almost frame perfect. Not really, I was like a few frames off, but I'm still too far away. But yeah, anyway, I like these styles of one-way doors too. Normally for like a one-way door, I would do something like this. See how there's like a spinner with part of it blocked? But yeah, this is kind of a more stylish one-way door. But yeah, the perimeter ripple is mainly for aesthetics, and it's fun to ride the wave, kind of, and once in a blue moon, it comes into play. Except for the left perimeter, which I explained, while the blue is collapsed, is a safe zone, and it's actually a useful safe zone. Yeah, and I like how it goes blue, purple, green, blue, purple, green in terms of collapsing. So you see purple, green, blue, purple, and then green. So you can kind of anticipate. It's really easy to anticipate. Like sometimes you're in the safe zone, like kind of like this. Like I'm in the safe zone, and then I can anticipate, okay, it's going to be collapsed. Whereas there I could anticipate that it's going to be expanded. So if you see like the purple's currently expanded, you know you can be in the safe zone for a while still. But if you see the green is expanded, you know the blue is next to expand. So I see the green's expanded there, so I run out of the safe zone because I know it's no longer a safe zone. But yeah, I also like the expand animation. If I go like slow-mo, each one has like a different style, but the circle is the coolest. Just watch this circle. See how it kind of spins out? The middle ones are like spinning. And yeah, the outer ones kind of go more straight, and then the inner ones kind of spin. Kind of looks like a Pokeball, sort of. But yeah. There's certain things I wanted to do, like I wanted the whole thing to rotate, and I wanted some of these coins to rotate too, and I realized my current animation system doesn't actually support like doing that kind of thing, which I won't get into too much detail, but When I make World's Hardest Game 5, I'm gonna like take a few weeks and upgrade my animation system, and it'll support that new stuff. I'm gonna do like I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna hope to like semi piggyback more off of Pixie.js, which is a library that I use. And instead of like programming my animation system from scratch, I'm gonna do a lot of the calculations using their system. And then I'll just like that'll just help with certain stuff. But yeah, there's certain things I wanted to do with the animation system that aren't actually supported here. So I'm just going to use this animation system until I get to World's Hardest Game 5, and then I'm going to upgrade it. And yeah, the triangle kind of would be kind of nice if it rotated, but arguably it might get too busy. There might be too much stuff going around. And arguably it's better that like this because there's more enemies on the bottom, so you have to come from the top and it's harder to get to the top. So if you could wait for it to rotate and like the pointy part were at the bottom, it might be a little bit too easy. Like if you got lucky and it was rotated a certain way, I don't know. It wouldn't really make much difference actually. It would make it harder overall actually because it would be less predictable. But yeah, I kind of like it this way. I don't want to overuse the rotating because normally like I would rotate like something like this. See how it's like slowly rotating? Whereas right here, it's just staying still. Maybe I don't want to overuse that too much. But yeah, the left side is designed so that there's like suspense, like because there's like there's a full-on safe zone right here, and then you're pretty close to the end. And then you can do like this non-stop strat, or you can go like this. And then when you go like this, there's like suspense because you're like really close to the end and you're like inching forward near the end. And then at the very end, you like lunge to the end. Like right here, you like kind of go like this. And then I'm close enough that I could just like lunge there right at the end. So I kind of like how it's designed where you're really close to the end, and then you lunge to the end. Yeah, and it's kind of cool actually having a safe zone here because it gives you a chance to eyeball like the very end of the level, because once you get all these coins and you're sitting here, you can just like all you have to do is one more thing and then you're done. And this left side overall is easier than the right side for sure. Way easier. And yeah, I kind of like how these coins are spread out pretty well and they match the collapsed version of each shape. So it kind of just looks nice and it reinforces like that squares are on the outside, circles are in the middle, and the triangles circles in the middle and triangles even more in the middle. Yeah, I also like how this on the left, the way they're mostly like when it comes out, it's like mostly all the way out, and then at the very end it kind of like goes back in. That's using my sharpest ease out function. I very rarely get a chance to use the sharpest ease out. I normally just do a normal ease or like just a sharp one, but once in a while I get a chance to use the sharpest ease out. So here it's fully in, and then it sharply eases out. But yeah, it's kind of nice just once in a while you get a chance to do that. But yeah, I like that the left lets you practice, but ultimately it's still hard enough that even with practice you can still die. But it's not like unfair because the doors are easy to do. If you die on the door, it's your own fault. And yeah, here like you can practice it, but ultimately it's still like pretty tight. It's not like overly tight, but it's like a fair amount of tight where it's right. If it were any tighter, it would be, or faster, it would be kind of unfair. But I think it's pretty much fine. I did tweak the values quite a lot, but yeah, I haven't fully like tested the main speed like of this main area here. I just know that I want it slower than here. I can afford to have it faster here than here, and same with the vertical. But yeah, let me just get some coins. Let me just play the level a bit more. I already kind of gave up on playing the level and talking at the same time because I'm like pretty rusty right now and this level is super hard. But yeah, here, I'll just get some coins and then I'll run out the exit. And I like how you can't run out right away because you have to wait for it to like, you know, be ready. And sometimes you're being chased and then you have to run out the last second. And sometimes you just barely get out. But yeah, let me just show you if I could collect some coins. Okay, I'll stay in this gutter. I'll get these coins. I'll run out. Okay, I didn't have time to run out. I can't go to the gutter there because it would have expanded, I think. Here I can go to the, oh wait, no. This is hard, okay. But yeah, I find the gameplay is pretty fun. Because you have to pay attention to, like, you know, which ones are coming, but also which ones are about to expand. And then you also have to pay attention to the vertical. But here you're safe from the vertical in this left gutter. Okay, let me see if I can get to the checkpoint. See, I go like fast for a bit, and then I go like this. Oh. It's tempting to go. Sometimes I can get all the way in without dying and without like stopping, but I feel a lot more comfortable doing it the way I was doing it there. Although it's hard either way. Let me just play the main part more. I don't want to go too much on the left part, but let me just try to show off the main part a bit more. The main part, it moves almost double the speed of the player, but it comes like you have a good amount of time to see it coming. And if you stay, you gotta learn that if you stay too long on either side, you'll eventually have them line up. So you have to go from top to the bottom, because otherwise they'll eventually line up all in a row. Oops. Just try to get some coins and get to the checkpoint and demonstrate that it's not too... I've done it before. But yeah, I like that it's not too easy to get to the checkpoint. In the original last level... Oh, you see that? That was like an example where it chased me right out. Okay, hopefully I can get to the checkpoint. Otherwise it's starting to annoy me. Oh! See, also, if it's starting to annoy you, you can always go over here and then just practice it again. You can also go diagonal. I haven't really done much diagonal, but I'm starting to like the diagonal. I didn't really try the diagonal before. See, that gap you can't get through. It's not designed that you can get through that gap. When they're lined up, you can't go straight through. It's only when they're diagonal you can thread diagonally through. Yeah, I like the gutter on the left because it's still really hard, but I feel like it makes it feel a little bit more fair. Oh, I tried to lunge too soon there. I got nervous. That diagonal strat, though, seems to be pretty good. Did I go fast for a bit? Because it's not as hard at the start. Oh, I lunged too quick again. See, at the start, they're like not fully all the way in. So like, you can go fast at the start, and then I start going back and forth. But now that I go diagonal, it makes it easier. Go fast at the start, then diagonal, and don't lunge too quick. Okay, see there, I did it. But yeah, I would just have to do this a few more times. Let me just see if I can do it. It may be that the level is too easy, but the main thing is I don't want to speed it up because then it's harder to anticipate them coming. But yeah, like I'd rather it be fun than like ridiculously hard. Oh. I like when the shapes affect the dodge ability. These shapes are like more interesting and more dodgeable than just an X each time, because an X the middle of, like, the part where the X is going in doesn't affect the dodge. An X is almost just a square. So it's kind of nice when they're not all squares. And I like how, as a last resort, sometimes you can go to the ripple on the outside. And if you're lucky, you'll get something you can dodge. Oh. But yeah, if you're a speedrunner, beating this all in one go, like if I'm just picking away at it right now, getting a, oh, see, I threaded it there. That was a bit lucky. I'm just picking away at it, trying to get some coins, get back to the check. But if you were trying to speedrun it, getting them all the coins in a row before getting to the checkpoint would be a really difficult accomplishment. Even not even doing it fast, just getting them all in a row. Oh god. Oh, I keep choking there. But yeah, anyway, I like that you can pick away at. There's enough patches of coins, and they're far enough away that you can kind of justify just getting like a few patches, like I just did, and then getting back to the checkpoint. Or you can be like a manly and try to get them all in one go. Oh, see that? I was almost about to lunge too soon, and I learned from last time, and then I did it right. But yeah, there's a chance this one is a bit too easy, and I need to make it a bit harder. Oh, I almost dodged it by riding the wave there. That's a rare sighting. Let me just show off the wave riding a bit more. See that? Oh, I almost dodged it again. Okay, see if I were to, oh, whoops. See, I'm riding a wave right now, but it's really unlikely that you dodge a blue while riding a wave. But it is doable. Do 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 do. Oh. Yeah, riding the wave is just fun. I like that I can reset without it being too annoying. I can spam out tries without it being too annoying. I don't want you to have to do some tedious thing like every time you want to reset. And I can also, if I want to just grind out attempts like trying to ride the wave just for fun, you can reset into riding the wave like really quickly. Okay, let me try to get these coins now. See, I gotta get it off the bottom. I know because they'll start lining up if I don't leave soon. Yeah, I'll explain some of my notes in a sec. Okay, actually, I'll explain them now. But yeah, yeah, I tested the first cycle. I don't want to leave and come back because then I won't see these death positions. Let me just see. It feels like there's a frames per second is going lower. No, it's fine. It's just something happening in the background. But yeah, I kind of like how the blue is square, and it kind of represents the earlier levels, and then the purple is like circle, and it kind of represents that things are getting harder, and it's like the medium levels, and then the diagonal triangle green represents like the, you know, things are getting harder. And I ended up doing a lot of diagonal stuff like later on, but yeah, I don't know, I just kind of like the theme of it. It just kind of it kind of works as a theme. But yeah, I kind of like how sometimes you go out the top left door when you don't even want to, just because you have to escape the blue. Sometimes it's your only chance to escape the blue, and you just run through this door, and then you're forced to go up here again if you have any unsafe coins. And yeah, I considered staggering these red ones so that they were like diagonal or something. Like I did something similar on level like 28. But on this design, it works better if they're like this, because then the middle is more deadly because they all line up on the middle. So it kind of works better not to do that on this design. But yeah, that's all my notes. Let me just play it a little bit more. But yeah, right now, I don't feel like it's too easy or too hard. Or I feel like it might be, sorry, I don't feel like it's, yeah, I guess that's what I meant to say. It's not like way too easy or way too hard. It's probably a little bit too easy right now. But I don't know. I also played it a decent amount while making it, so I might have more, like I might be not realizing that I'm playing better than I thought, but chances are I feel like I'm playing not that well. Especially like obviously during the video, I'm not playing very well because I'm trying to talk. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge how difficult it is when you just made it because I practice it while I'm making it. Oh, I almost... See, if I'd gone up a bit at the end there, I would have dodged it. But yeah, I'm really happy with this level. I say this a lot, but this one probably is my favorite. I put a lot of work into it. The collapsing and expanding shapes are like detailed. Oh. Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna get those right. Well, let me just try a little bit more. See, I like that the triangle allowed me to dodge it there because of how it was angled. If you're going to be near the triangle, you're better off near the top of the triangle because it's skinny. And yeah, sometimes when you use all 5 colors, it ends up kind of looking like kind of weird, like too colorful. But here, because there's so much black and the colors also correspond to shapes, I think it works quite well here. Okay, you know what? Let me just try a little bit more just for fun. But yeah, I've explained everything I wanted to explain. Now I'm just playing it for fun. I'm not playing very well right now. I was playing a little bit better earlier, but overall I'm still not playing that well. I don't feel like it's unfair or it's like too like I feel like the design worked out. I was worried it wasn't going to work out. I was worried the collapsing and expanding shapes was going to be like a bad idea. But it turned out... Oh, I got to thread it. Oh, it expanded. Okay, anyway, that's enough. But yeah, it turned out to work out well. I'm glad that it worked out. But yeah, anyway, that's it for now. Go ahead and test out the demo. Yeah, I'm going to try to go back to coding for a bit. But yeah, I'm happy with this one for sure. This is probably my favorite design I've ever made, actually. But yeah, I'm sure when I do crazy mode, there'll be other ones that I'm even more happy with because I tend to get like more and more happy with them as they go on. But yeah, I'm happy that 30 ended up strong, and I feel like it works well. Like if you look at like the way it kind of pans out in red mode, I feel like from here, like these ones are fairly simple, like straightforward, like similar to the original. Like this one's similar to the original. This one's pretty similar to the original. This one's pretty similar to the original. So I didn't want this one to be too similar, but I also didn't want it to be too crazy and too different because the original is like well known as one of the most recognizable levels. So I wanted to keep the same look. But yeah, I feel like it looks cooler now and it has some like spiced up gameplay, but it's not too crazy. But it is pretty crazy, but like crazy in a way where it's still recognizable. Anyway, I'm happy with this one. This one's solid. I'm really happy with this one. Overall, also just very hard mode in general, I'm really happy with, but as someone pointed out, this is actually a pretty weak design. Although I don't want to get into it too much, but this one would probably merit like redoing this one and putting this into a deleted scene section instead. Because when I redo it, I still can have this one playable, just not in the main game, as an unlockable deleted scene. So it's not like it's totally wasted. But yeah, this one isn't really that great. This one looks nice, but isn't really actually that great. But anyway, I'm happy with the way it ended. I feel like this one's probably my best one. And the gameplay is fun. I played it a bunch today. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do more programming, so there'll probably be a pause in level design stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be more videos, more like quite a few more, because I have to do 28 more levels in crazy mode, and then I'm gonna redo at least one in very hard mode. And I'm considering also redoing this one, but because this one is like this one. But yeah, this one's like a mini last level. If you look at the last level that I just made, this is like a mini version, except this one's going clockwise like the other one. But this is like a mini version of the last level. I'm considering redoing this one, but I'm not sure. But I am gonna very likely redo 22. But anyway, I'm really happy. And this one is pretty plain and like underwhelming, but I like that this one is spiced up extra, especially with the rippling perimeter. And I've never seen the rippling perimeter before. And this door works well with to complement, or like the rippling perimeter complements the door well. I used to have a skinnier, smaller door at the top, which is still possible, but it was too hard, so I made them both pretty large. And this left side used to be a bit longer, but I made it a little bit smaller so I can fit the door. Yeah, anyway, I'm happy with this one. There's still some minor stuff I have to code related to anytime enemies are stacked up. Like right here, there's a bunch stacked up on this blue square. You have to manually go through and make sure they're drawing and updating in the right order, because otherwise you could run into the stack, and instead of the top one shining, it'll shine an enemy underneath and it won't look good. And there's other weird stuff that can happen. So yeah, I have to like, it's actually kind of annoying, but I have to go through and do that. And with a bunch of other level designs too. But on this particular design, there's so much stuff that stacking stuff all over the place, that this one is particularly annoying to fix that on, but I will eventually fix it. I'm just gonna take a break before I fix that. But anyway, that's it for now. See you in the future. There's gonna be more coding related stuff, and probably I'll take a little break from level design. But yeah, this next one in line to do, because I already did 1 and 2, this one 1 and 2 of crazy mode. This is the next one in line. So you have like hard, very hard, and crazy. I already have a plan design for crazy. So hopefully this crazy mode will turn out well, because I think the design is fairly solid. But yeah, I'm gonna still take a break before I do this, and this particular design is gonna be like tedious and annoying to do. So yeah, I want to take a break now. But yeah, I'm making really good progress. I'm well over half, like not well over, I'm halfway done now. I would say, like technically I've got 32 out of 60 done, but if I redo one of them, that means I've got 31 out of 60, but still I'm halfway done at least now. And I'm like warmed up and stuff. But yeah, I'm happy that this is my most recent design and it's my favorite design. Because up until now, like the snake one, I'm pretty happy with it. Like it's arguably still my favorite, but I kind of like the last one better. And also I really like this one, especially like the boulder, like falling and stuff. This one, I don't know, this one might actually still be my favorite, but I like that level 30, the gameplay is quite good. Like the gameplay of this one is better than 12. But yeah, I don't know. I like the gameplay of this one. Because you can anticipate stuff pretty well. But yeah, anyway, happy with this one. And yeah, I'll see you in the future. There's going to be more level design eventually, but probably next video I'll just be programming stuff. And there's going to be like less frequent videos for a bit, because my one video every 3 days isn't really that easy to do. Although I might actually just keep doing that and do more like I might just play fan made levels on some videos. But yeah, doing like progress videos every 3 days is hard to maintain. But anyway, see you next time.